it was hard to think of a Twin Peaks related game. But all I've done is, well, I've tried to come up with something in the theme of what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks, which is, is this a real thing or not? And so what I've done is I've taken some quotes from Twin Peaks. I think they're all from season 1. That might not be true.
Okay.
And then
let's hope they're from the first half of season 2, if not.
So there's some real quotes, and then obviously I've written some fake things, and I guess we'll call this Twin Peaks or Some Geeks. How about that?
Oh,
how about that?
That's bloody brilliant. That.
It's the smartest thing I've ever said. I should have got some reviews for Twin Peaks. But then what would be the game? I guess it wouldn't be a game, it's just me reading reviews for Twin Peaks. How about I read the review and you have to tell me whether they...
Is it Twin Peaks or is it Joker?
or I could read the review and then the review is something like, what the fuck, it's so weird, and then you have to guess if it's like a 5-star review or a 1-star review. I was going to do a theme song, and then I thought maybe we should do the Twin Peaks theme song, but that's just bong,
bong,
bong, bong. There's a Kasabian song that starts out like that.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty great. All things considered, being shot is not as bad as I thought it might be.
That's Agent Cooper.
Is it? Or is it something that I've taken that sounded like something he might have said?
So close. Well, he definitely... yeah, I swear he's like talking to Diane on his little machine, and he's like, Diane, this isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, well, yeah. It is Agent Cooper, well done.
Okay.
But I'm just setting the scene.
Okay. That was an easy one.
The owls were pressing in on her.
Ooh. See, what I'm thinking is the little bird that, like, lands on Laura's shoulder and pecks her. But, also, there's bare owl imagery. Like, there's so many owls that, like, are watching in the forest. Is it something that a character said? I'm going to say no, I don't think it is.
You are correct that it is.
Okay.
It is slightly wrong. It was the something else were pressing in on her, and it was probably said by the log lady, but I think it's like the darkness was pressing in on her.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I forgot that the log lady was a thing.
Is she not great?
And just in terms of, like, just the little details, like, as soon as Cooper was told your favourite gum is coming back into fashion, the log lady is seen in the next scene or the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. She's seen chewing gum.
Right.
And then she, like, spits it out, and it's pretty grim. But the whole point is, like, just that tiny little detail. Your favourite gum is coming back into fashion. Irrelevant character in the corner of a diner scene that no one except me is watching, is chewing gum. It's crazy.
Pretty good.
Am I a weirdo for picking up on that?
No. It's no. Things that reward you for paying attention are good.
Yeah, also the Bookhouse Boys little tears thing that they do. I noticed that, and then I realised that everyone in the Bookhouse Boys does it. And I don't know whether that means that they're all Jewish, or whether that is just the Bookhouse Boys thing.
That's just all really sad. Just crying all the time. James has always been cool.
Oh, God. Well, I don't... In season 1, at the start, it doesn't look that way. It looks like Bobby is the cool one, and Bobby has a cool friend, and James is like the not quite cool, not quite nerdy, not quite sporty, like in-betweener.
But he also.
So what I'm trying to say
he has
is
Bobby's girlfriend.
he yeah, true.
Until she died.
Yeah, until she was brutally murdered, and then he went on to get with her friend until he realised that pairing causes murder.
Smart guy.
Not the brightest spark in the plug box. Yeah, James is a bit of a, I don't know. He's definitely not. He's nowhere near my favourite character.
No,
He's a bit of a waste of space.
I kind of agree. He's so sad all the time. Anyway.
Yeah, he's a brooding person.
But he has a nice guitar, and I respect that.
He has a fantastic motorcycle.
But was he always cool?
Was he always cool?
James has always been cool.
James has always been cool.
Yeah.
Who would be saying that about him? Because I don't feel like he's ever talked about
by anyone.
Do you know what? The only time that someone might have been talking about James would be Bobby and his mate before it all kicked off, before the fight at the Roadhouse. But at the same time, I don't know, because he's pretty much always with Donna, which means that they're always talking to each other. No one's ever talking about them. Although it could be like Harry saying it to Cooper in the station. So I'm going to say
cocaine on this person. Yeah, well, James has always been cool.
James has always been cool. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that isn't something that was said.
It is a real quote.
No.
But in fairness, you might not have. I think it might be season 2. It's definitely not season 1 because I just watched season 1. It's definitely not there. So yeah, I'm sorry, you've been absolutely tricked. But the reason
it's okay.
the reason I chose it is because it's sort of a meme in the Twin Peaks community. Because James has not always been cool. James has never been cool.
Although I have to say, we don't see the first 18 years of his life. He might have been cool and then just gone off the rails.
I feel like I know her, but sometimes my arms bend back.
Right. Ooh. Because there's definitely... I'm just trying to remember whether the little guy says it about Laura in the dream, her arms bend back, or whether Laura says, my arms bend back, and then Cooper is always going, her arms bend back sometimes.
I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't I wouldn't change the
her to
who it's addressing. I wouldn't.
Oh, right.
It's like, sometimes my arm bend back. Oh, that's real. No, idiot, you got tricked.
So what's the quote that you've given me?
I feel like I know her, but sometimes my arms bend back, and it is real, and you know it's real because you recognise it. So well done. That's real good.
And was that said by the little bloke in the dream?
Yeah.
Laura in the dream?
No, I think it was Laura in the dream. The Laura doppelganger, maybe?
Yeah. No, I think it is really Laura.
All right. Well, no,
I think that's what he's going for in terms of the paranormal mad shit.
But the little man goes...
Because Cooper has...
The little man says, this is my cousin. Doesn't she look like Laura? And then he goes up to Laura.
Okay, but imagine we were cousins.
Yes. And you looked like me,
would
but
it not?
with glasses.
No. And you were Alex. Would it still not be true for me to go, this is my cousin, doesn't he look like Alex?
I guess you're right.
But yeah. Anyway, I don't know what's going on in David Lynch's head, so...
Well, nobody does, that's the fun.
What, season 3 doesn't give you any answers? What?
Why would it?
I'm so surprised.
Yeah, you do need to watch the prequel movie before season 3, essentially.
I've been told.
Wow.
By the internet. because I searched Fire Walk With Me poem, and it was just like, do I really need to watch the prequel film to watch season 3? And I'm like, why is this the first thing that's come up? Also, it's 2 hours of your life. Chill out. If you actually, like, if you're contemplating going in to watch like a 20-hour series and you can't be bothered watching a 2-hour film, just reevaluate what you're doing.
I agree. Also, that being said, that film is annoying because there's a load of deleted scenes called the missing pieces, and like you're encouraged to watch the deleted scenes separately from the movie, and it's essentially a whole nother movie. So it might be closer to 4 hours.
Oh my god. Although I have to say, the culture that we have sort of become in the West is, my attention span is so short, I can't be bothered to watch a 2-hour film, but I will binge watch a TV series that's 25 hours. And it's just mental to me.
I agree.
Because I'd rather watch 25 hours in 45-minute chunks. Anyway.
Wouldn't we all? Is it just me, or is it getting crazier out there?
I feel like Harry has said this. So I'm going to say it's a real quote.
Okay.
But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Harry said it. But I still think it's real.
It is a real quote from the movie Joker.
Oh! Now I'm surprised.
But to be honest, the reason I picked that is because I'm sure someone in Twin Peaks has probably said something like that. Because obviously their town is crazy.
Their town it became mental overnight. Honestly, soon, believe it or not, season 1, episode 1 is when things start going a bit weird.
That's the end of the game. It was good to end on a Joker, as we always like to do.
Well, as they say, you get what you fucking deserve.